There we go. Yeah. I'm just hanging some pictures up of my 2019 gobblers that I was able to get. You know, turkey season's coming to a close, I think, around the United States, and it's sad when it comes to an end, but I had a good season. It was a little bit tough season, but managed to squeak out a few, and so I always like to get pictures to where I can hang on the wall, and usually I like to get the wall mounts where they're really clear and nice, and I can always look up at, remember the moment and the gobbler, and remember the very, the moment that I was able to take him. That's what we all live for, right? But right now, I want to tell you how you can have that same success and what will make you a better turkey hunter in 2020. So if you want to become a better turkey hunter next year, stay where you're at, because I'm going to tell you 4 things that will help you become a better turkey hunter in 2020. So you want to become a better turkey hunter, right? That's why you clicked on the video. So if you want to become a better turkey hunter, there's 4 things I want to tell you how you can evolve into filling every tag you've got, consistently going around the country. If you're lucky enough to go and travel different states, how you can go to any state and be successful and become a true turkey killer. All right, so here we go. We're going to go fast, but just stay with me. Number 1. You got to evaluate yourself. Just stop right where you're at and just swallow your pride and say, okay, am I a good turkey hunter? Am I a fair turkey hunter? Or am I a terrible turkey hunter? Or whatever the case. So think of it as a level from 1 to 10. Where would you rate yourself on turkey hunting? Would you be a 2 and 3 and just, you can kind of locate them, but every once in a while you get lucky. You may fill 1 or 2 tags every couple of years or whatever the case. Or are you a medium, like on a 5, 6, where you can maybe kill 1 every year, or maybe you squeak out 2, or maybe you can squeak out 3, and you kind of getting there, but you're just not quite satisfied with where you're at, and you want to evolve into a better turkey hunter. Or if you're a really good turkey hunter, you just rate yourself. But probably since you clicked on this video, you're probably, I'm going to guess, on from 2 to about 6, 2 to about 6, and that's a good place to be, because you get in a lot of information and you start really evolving into the next level turkey hunter. Okay, so how do you become that turkey hunter? Well, okay, evaluate yourself. Swallow your pride, evaluate yourself. Number 2, here we go. Think of real estate. What is the one rule in real estate? Location, location, location. Yeah, that's right. It's all about location. Listen, you can have the best bow on the market. You can have the best shotgun on the market. You can have all the expensive shells, and you can have the best camo, and you can have all the scent blocker stuff and all the scent lock stuff for deer hunting. And no matter what you're hunting, whether you're hunting a white-tailed deer, wild turkey, or all the way to a little dove that flies across in the September fields, whatever game you're hunting, here's the fact of it is, you got to be where the game's at. You got to be where that animal that you're pursuing is at. It's not going to make any sense to be hunting someplace where there's not a lot of what you're hunting, because I don't care, like I said, I don't care how much equipment you've got that's top notch, it ain't gonna do you a speck of good. And you can be the world champ, you can be a world champion caller, you can be all of these great things and have all these trophies, but if you're not in a good spot where turkeys are at and deer are at, or whatever your hunting's at, it ain't gonna work for you. So you've got to put yourself in the right location. And sometimes I know that's hard because everybody says, well, you know, I don't get a chance to travel different states like you do, and I don't get a chance to hunt as much, and I'm just a weekend warrior, and I work 40, 50 hours a week, and I just have to kind of go down the road close. But listen, it's all about passion. Really, that's what it all boils down to. If a successful turkey hunt to you is just going out and listening to a turkey, and to you, if you hear a turkey gobble, you've had a successful morning. If you've even seen one out in the open field 300 yards away and he's strutting and you can see him and he's gobbling back at you, if in your mind, if that's successful to you, then you know, I'm being mean, but you know, your passion is kind of probably down here. But if you're passionate about killing turkeys, where you can put pictures on the wall and you put capes on the wall and you put mounts on the wall, like, you know, like most of us do, you have to get in the right location. You know, humans are so we're so ingrained in ritual and doing the same thing over and over and over. And it's so easy for you just to go down the road 15 minutes to your uncle's farm or your grandpa's farm or your family farm, you know, and walk the same 100 acres, and you know, every morning you hear turkeys on your neighbors, and you hear the turkeys over across the road, and you hear, or maybe you hear 2 or 3 on property you're hunting. You go chase them around, you spook them, or maybe they get with hens. You do that all season long, and maybe you see 1 or 2 turkeys, and maybe you get lucky and kill one, and you know, it's just like you're so disappointed because it was a tough season. You know, you think it was a tough season. Well, it was only tough because you was on a tough piece of property. But if you're on a good piece of property, you could take a bad, well, I don't even think there is such a thing as a bad season, but you could take a bad situation and turn it into a good situation, all because you changed locations. But we love to keep the same thing and the same ritual, and we just like to get, you know, it's all about being, you know, comfortable, right? We know that farm, we know that little piece of property, it's easy access, we kind of just can drive our little golf carts or four-wheelers or park our truck, and we don't have to go very far. You know, all that's comfortable. But if you are doing that year after year after year and you're just not having that success, hey, it's time to just pack up and go somewhere else. Now, when I say go somewhere else, that don't mean you have to go 2 or 3, 4 states if you don't want to hunt other states. That just means you may have to go 30 minutes down the road or an hour down the road. You know, you may have to just maybe walk a little bit further and go on some public land. Find you some public land. Get your, you know, Onyx maps. Get your maps out, and you look and find some honey holes on public land that maybe is an hour drive, and you got to get up an hour earlier than what you normally do just to get there. It's all about passion, and if you're really passionate about killing turkeys or deer or anything, then that passion is going to make you get up and do things that you may not normally do. So it's all about location. Now, some people just ain't going to do it because it's not there. But if you want to get in some good, you know, turkey hunting to where you can take a quote bad season and make it a good one, you just got to pack up and you got to go somewhere else sometimes. And that has to got to stop hunting with hunting buddies that's not on your level. Now that and I'm not saying that to be mean, but this is the truth. If you're hunting with somebody and that's kind of who you like to hunt with, and that's all right, you know, I've got, you know, I've hunted with, you know, people in the past, but mostly I hunt by myself, and there's a reason for that. Because it's very seldom do I find someone that has got the passion for turkey hunting like I've got. And so when you don't have someone that's got the passion and the drive that you got, they're going to hold you back. Let me give you a good example. Now, I've got to be careful what I say because you never know who might be watching this video. But of course, this was years ago, and I ain't talked to this guy for years, and it's not because we, you know, had a falling out or nothing. I didn't. I just kind of lost contact with him. But back when I first started turkey hunting in the mid-90s, okay, and I was just, you know, green as grass about trying to learn turkey hunting. He was just starting out turkey hunting. He'd been turkey hunting a couple of years, and I just started out, you know, so, you know, we were both pretty beginners on this. And I knew how to call, I knew how to get them gobbling, but just didn't really understand the strategies of it all. Of course, you know, like I said, I was just young and teenager and just starting. But anyways, of course, back then I didn't have a four-wheel drive. You know, I just had a little old car, and he had a four-wheel drive, so he had property, and he could get up farther than where I could go. So I would go with him, right? And we get up on ridge tops, we hear these gobblers gobbling, and we just we get up, and oh man, we get turkeys around. And to him, that was successful. That was just great. As long as he heard a turkey gobble or 2 or 3 gobbling, and we see them, or maybe we hear them, and then it was just wonderful. You know, he could just leave and say, boy, you know, that was a great hunt. me, I wanted to kill one. You know, I just didn't want to hear them. I wanted to actually get one. And so about 9, 10 o'clock, or right in that time, 8, 9 o'clock, where everything just kind of dies, where they get with the hens and they stop gobbling a little bit. He would get he would just get all impatient, and because I was riding with him, I'd have to go when he wanted to go. He'd want to leave at 9 o'clock, 9:30. He wanted to leave. Well, let's just come back tomorrow. Let's just get back in the morning. And so a lot of days, thinking back, we were leaving the time when you should have been out there, because we all know that they start getting vocal again up in the middle of the day. Well, it was just that happened for a couple of years, and we both struggled to kill anything because we wasn't in the woods when we should have been in the woods, and he was holding me back. Well, after I started realizing what I was doing wrong, I had to stop hunting with him. I just had to kind of go my own way and do my own thing, because I stayed longer. I wanted to learn, because I had the drive, I had the passion. And if you have that passion, but you're hanging around people that, a good day to them is just being out in the woods and seeing the trees and the wind blowing and the squirrels and hearing the songbirds and hearing the gobblers, and they say, boy, that's good enough for me. I'll have to kill one. If you're hunting around people like that, whether it's deer, turkey, or whatever, you're not going to be successful. You're going to have to break away from them people. I know you don't like that, but it's just the truth. So, it's something you need to think about. You got to go the extra mile. Now, what I mean is, I don't mean get in a vehicle and drive, miles and miles. I'm not talking about, traveling miles. I'm talking about mentally. Because hunting, whether it's deer hunting or turkey hunting, especially turkey hunting is a mental thing. It's all mental right here. And we all know it. We go out there day after day after day, and it's a grind, and sometimes we just get mentally shot. So you've got to start in your mind going the extra mile and doing something that other people ain't doing. People that's not being successful, you got to change it. You got to just throw all the chips up in the air and say, okay, we're going to start over. We're going to start over. And I've had to do that and still have to do that. When I hit a rough spot where nothing's happening, okay, I'm going to make something happen. I'm not going to sit here day after day after day and do the same thing that I've been doing, expecting different results. And so I go the extra mile. Same thing with deer hunting. If I'm sitting in a place and I get this thing out of my mind where, I've been hunting here since 1994 in this stand. I've killed a bunch of deer. Yeah, but there's some years they're just not going to come through there. Some years they just ain't going to be moving through there. So what are you going to do? You're just going to sit there, and just because you've done it over and over? No, you just got to get up and sometimes hunt by the seat of your pants. You just got to get up and move. You got to get up and do something different. You got to get up and do something totally that's not normal for you, but you go the extra mile. Maybe it takes getting up an hour early and driving somewhere where you're not used to going, or maybe it does take going to another state. Maybe it takes getting out, knocking on doors, or maybe trying to find some public land where you're and dealing with 2 or 3 hunters. Because listen, I'd rather deal with 2 or 3 hunters on public land and that's a good piece of public land, than to deal with no hunters and be on a bad piece of private land, because the chances are you're not going to kill nothing over here on the bad piece where nothing's happening. So you just mentally got to go the extra mile. You got to persevere. You just got to keep pushing. And that right there knocks so many people out of being a successful turkey hunter, because they just want to do the same thing over and over and over that they've been doing, and expecting something to change when it really never happens. So 3 things right there that'll help you in 2020 become a better turkey hunter. Here's another one. Fall turkey hunt. Listen, do that. If you want to become a better spring hunter, why don't you get your shotgun out in your fall season, if you have a fall season in your state, and turkey hunt? Because I promise you this, if you become a good fall hunter, you will become a great spring hunter. Fall hunting will teach you a lot that you will not get an education on in the spring. So right there, go out and learn, persevere, change location, stop hunting with your hunting buddies that's holding you back. And if you do them things right there, I promise you 2020 you will go from a 3 or a 4 on that level all the way to a 7, 8. I mean, you will jump big time. And instead of, a lot of you sitting there with tags still in your pocket, or maybe you throw it away, or you just save it, I'm going, boy, I ate a tag sandwich. Instead of doing that, you will be able to start filling them tags, and it'll surprise you. And I promise you, you'll have greater memories and a greater turkey season. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. Take a few moments and just go to the corner down there and hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate all of you that follow me here. Please share this channel with your friends and your neighbors and tell them, and let's just help grow this channel even more. And also, come over to Facebook, go down the description, hit that link, come over and join me on Facebook and stay with me all year long. And I really appreciate everything that everybody does to support the channel here. And if you're new here, you're welcome. And I just hope that you learn a bunch. Go back and watch some of the older videos. We're all about passing the knowledge here. We're passing it down to the next generation and passing it on to you. All right? See you in the next video. Hey, you're going to be a better turkey hunter. I promise you.